money are you gonna spend?
$100.
How much money did you spend?
I spent like $300.
How much did you spend at the Ren Fair is a TikTok trend I've been noticing, and so I figured I would go ahead and share with my fairy friends what I bought at the Ren Fair. And I just want to preface this video by saying FOMO will definitely keep you broke. I got invited basically at the last minute. For 2 weeks I was trying to make money at my to-go job, and I work off of tips. I did pull $40 from my own savings account for my emergency fund, and this was not an emergency. And then the second thing I did was I pulled out $39 from my penny a day savings challenge. And that's how I was able to like buy the stuff that I'm about to show you. But I was definitely in a hurry. I was rushed and I didn't get to shop the way I wanted to shop. So my tip on going to a Ren Fair is to visit all the booths before you spend any money and then make a second trip around. Let's just head into this video. The ticket I purchased online and it was $22. So the very first thing I bought was this bag of rocks. It's a mystery bag and it's dyed. I used to be a vendor too, and you can see some people were a little probably devastated over the turnout. Maybe people didn't make the money that they needed to. It's hard. So yeah, that's all the rocks that I got. I got this for $5. I'm pretty sure that's raw jade right here. This really cool point I'm gonna turn into a necklace. I loved the blue stones that I got in here. Look at this one. It's like a quartz cluster. Really tiny, but too cute. And then I got this other one. I like this color too. I love blue rocks right now. They're very calming. And it's got that cool like thing. So she just kind of told me that this was just a bunch of extras, raw. She tried to put it in a bag for anybody. So yeah, that is just a little collection of rocks for $5. I do intend on turning this into a necklace. I might put this also in like a small little macrame bracelet, or I might combine these with some polymer clay. Like I've got some ideas. And then I just love this rock too. So very good positive feelings from this rock. That is the small collection of rocks that I got for $5. It was my first like actual purchase. When I walked in, I did buy a bottle of water for $2 and a bag of chips for $8. This I actually made. So after the Ren Fair, I was just so inspired by all the colors and costumes, and I just wanted to make something funky. I honestly wanted to make something funky. This is free formed, so there's no pattern. I haven't crocheted in a very long time. You guys know I also broke my wrist, so I was half wondering if I was going to be able to do this without being in a lot of pain. But I was able to finish this project, so that way I can have a cute little dice bag for the new dice I got. I've never intentionally made something so, you know, technically I guess you would say this is ugly, but I just think it's so goblin core, and I don't know, I just thought it looked cool. It's also kind of like a fidget bag. That's when I was making it, I really wanted to have like textures, because sometimes I fidget or I need something in my hands, and so this has a lot of texture. So here's some ribbed stitches. These are some bubble stitches, so they're just fun to play with. And then I had fun making these little kind of like leaves, these fans. And it goes on my wrist. So it would be a fun trinket bag for a Ren Fair. And I think I'm just going to give this away. Like on my next Ren Fair, I think I'm just going to find somebody and give this to them. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I think that's what I'll do for Ren Fair. For $15, I needed dice. As soon as I heard she was selling dice, I ran to the booth. And there are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like a set of 8. And I even got one for like hundreds. The other thing I bought, and this was a gift, so I probably bought those 2 for myself. This is a gift for my boyfriend. Yeah, this coaster is an Irish Celtic symbol. I just thought it looked badass. His room or his computer setup is red and black, so it matches. And he really liked it. Like, he actually was like, oh wow, thanks, you know. The next thing is the most expensive stuff I bought. So did I mention that was $5? That was $5. The dice was $15. Next thing, this was the last booth, and again, I was in a hurry. But I could not leave without buying some art. This is a Mother's Day gift. My mom doesn't watch my YouTube channels or anything. I couldn't walk away not getting some of these. And if you guys don't know, I am a writer myself. I have 3 poetry chapbooks on Etsy that are available. So if you guys would like to support me, that would mean so much. That's one of the biggest reasons why I think I did this, is because I wanted to support another writer. Writers supporting writers. That's the best thing about being a frugal fairy, is you are consciously spending your money. This money went to good energy. So, you know, I supported a lot of small businesses, and I also supported their dreams. This lady was selling children's books, and I also have the idea to make kids' books too. I wanted to give something for Aurora. She loves reading, and Maverick, who loves animals. And I thought my mom could just sit and, you know, read the story. So I had her autograph it and sign it to Aurora and Maverick. The stories of the horses are actual horses. I thought she drew horses very well. That I can see the love that this artist has in her line work and stuff. And you can see the expressions too on the horses. I'll show you. I honestly can't remember what every individual thing cost. So I think if I can remember, I think I spent like $26. This was almost $30. I didn't go over 30. The chapter book on her website is $13. This was the lady's cat, and when I looked at all the photos, I loved this illustration so much. And she's like, "That's funny you like that one, because I love him." And I was like, "You can feel the love in this photo, or this drawing that she has for her cat. I could just see it." And I was like, "I'm a cat person. I need this." It's a bookmark. This was like a promotional thing, so you can join Elvis the Pony and Friends in a book series, so I'm going to include that. This is another gift for my mom. She has Pegasus's tattooed on her, and she loves horses, so the Mother's Day gift I'm giving her is going to be like horse themed. I'm not sure, but I had to get these two. And here's a unicorn. So yeah, this was a gift for my mom. And this one is for Aurora and Maverick. This was for Anthony. And then I got the dice for myself and the rocks. I got really inspired, of course. So that was the best part, was, you know, feeling inspired and creative. And the other thing I thought to add to my coffee shop are more physical items. So this was a fairy jar. I just kind of thought I would have fun, and I put a bunch of, it's a mermaid theme fairy jar. So there's coins, pearls, money, like worldly money, new jewelry, vintage jewelry, a necklace, some rings. Like, seashells. I try to stuff as much into this, like a little mystery jar, and I'm going to try to put more. And then I'm going to tie like a cute seashell chain and stuff around it. And I just thought these little junk jars would be fun to try to sell either at a market. Because I tend to pick these up, and it's very fairy-esque. And yeah, just seeing the booths and everything really inspired me again to start doing live selling, or to be a part of that. So I'm going to probably talk more about my Ren Fair experience in another video, or possibly my blog. So please check it out. Don't go into debt to have fun. Try to plan these out a little bit more. That's the point of this budgeting channel, is to create sinking funds for things like this. I'm going to create an IOU on my savings challenge, because I need that to put in my savings jar. I also went ahead and took some extra hours this week, so I'm going to try my best to work really hard. I'm so grateful that I was able to go to this, and I was inspired to create. Being inspired to create and dance, that I couldn't have asked for. That's something that's priceless. I can't pay for. Could I pay for that? Yes, I did. I paid a little bit. I paid $22 for that experience. hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos from your fairy friend, and I talk about financial musings and budget here at the same time on a low income, and talk to you a little bit about my own financial struggle so you don't feel alone. We can do it together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until we meet again, fairy friends, have a beautiful, magical day, and don't work too hard. Bye!